This True Geordie Andrew Tate thing. I tell you what, internet beefs that people take really seriously and let affect their lives are so gay. Internet fun beefs where people are just taking turns shitting on each other. I love those. You know, where people seem to genuinely be having a good time going, this guy's such a fucking weirdo. He's stupid. I hate him. And then the other guy goes, that guy's a piece of shit. Fuck him. But when it gets to like Keemstar, Ethan Klein, to where they're like trying to get each other canceled and stuff like that, it's like, that's bullshit. That's no fun.
I like a good back and forth.
Well, this Andrew Tate, True Geordie thing is two supposedly like fighting alpha males, like boxers, MMA guys, you know, like hardcore motherfuckers. And they are having the biggest twatty, estrogen-y bitch fest I've ever seen. First of all, the internet white knighting for Andrew Tate is one of the most insane things I've ever seen.
I think he can handle himself.
This is a guy they were pretty much trying to eliminate from the earth 3 months ago. And now they're going, you know, poor Andrew Tate. God.
I can't imagine saying that.
If the mob ever comes for me, I'm just converting to Islam. Apparently, that's the get out of trouble free card.
Yes.
You got to, well, it's like you can either do that or be gay, and Islam doesn't make you take a dick. So I think I might go Islam.
In fact, I think they frown upon it.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah, they're not something they welcome at Thanksgiving. After hundreds of Andrew Tate's divisive comments went viral across the internet, British YouTuber and podcast host True Geordie claimed he would absolutely punch him in the face if presented the opportunity. All right, so far, fun little start to a beef.
That's fine.
You know, we're talking about punching each other in the head. I like that.
They're both fighters.
Boxing guy, kickboxer guy. Let's fuck each other up. Rumors circulated that the two would ultimately step in the ring and hash it out. Now, while True Geordie is a big guy, here's a picture of True Geordie and Andrew Tate. While True Geordie's a big guy, Andrew Tate was a world-class kickboxer. He would fuck True Geordie up. They were talking about a Logan Paul, Andrew Tate thing. I don't know how big Andrew Tate is. Logan Paul might beat him because of size, but
I don't think he's too much smaller.
Skill-wise, Andrew Tate would fuck up a lot of people. Rumors circulated that the two would ultimately step into the ring and hash it out, and they've both since gone back and forth a few times. While Andrew claimed he'd fight both True Geordie and KSI in the same night, nothing has since come of it, with potential bout rumors dying down. However, the situation has since escalated again during a recent November 6th podcast. True Geordie took aim at Andrew's religion after he recently converted to Islam. Which, by the way, you know, people were saying, oh, how dare people, question his conversion to a religion. I'm like, fuck that. Everybody can question that. The guy has made a life out of saying shit to get a rise out of people. This is allowed to be suspect.
It's fair game, I think.
Yeah, it's all fair game. Again, this is the same internet that was like, this guy's Satan, this guy's the devil, and then he goes, well, I'm a Muslim now. And they're like, well, you guys have to be sensitive. And it's like, I don't know. He's still the same guy.
He's not a sensitive guy.
Right. You switch the book you read, and all of a sudden now you're not the same guy anymore. That's really interesting. The popular YouTuber was asked by a fan if he'll be fighting Andrew Tate, to which he responded in a fashion many found shocking. The popular YouTuber and his co-host poked fun at the kickboxing champion, claiming that he wouldn't stand a chance in the ring with Tate since God is on his side. Since his conversion to the religion. True Geordie continued with comments deemed to be racist by critics, stereotyping that Andrew should blow himself up and prove how committed he is to Islam. Fuck that. We gotta, come on.
I think that's a funny joke, though.
You gotta.
While it's super insensitive, it's funny.
Let's, here's the actual comment. Let's, here we go.
Man,
Andrew Tate's got God on his side now. There's no way Brian would win that.
Although I would gladly blow myself up if I could take that fucking shitbag with us.
That's the use of a stereotype there, which is obviously not what he...
I'm just saying, if he really wants to prove it, do the right thing.
He doubled down. That's
Come
funny.
on.
I think it's funny.
We're really gonna butt fuck a guy and take all his sponsors for that?
Who cares?
Come on. It was a 30-second aside where he made fun of Andrew Tate. He wasn't making fun of all Muslims. He hates Andrew Tate. He wants him to die. He picked a creative way to die that, I'm sorry, other members of his religion, when they go extreme, have used that tactic in the past.
I mean, how many TV shows and movies have made fun of that?
Right. 24 was based on that shit. But True Geordie can't make a joke on a podcast.
No.
Fuck that. And plus, Andrew Tate has been kicked in the head by the strongest men in the world. I think he can handle it.
It's just a feud. Who cares?
Yeah.
Let's see how
It's a stereotype.
Let's see how about that life you really are.
Yes, although, yeah, not all Muslims.
His fucking producer, though, you could tell, was shaking in his
Nervous.
boots. He was really nervous.
Well, guys, it's obviously a stereotype. It's not true.
Well, it was, I guess Andrew Tate responded to the True Geordie comments.
Welcome back to Promotion. True Geordie gets cancelled after going after
I'm just saying.
false Geordie's.
Okay, so that's Geordie's comments. Here's Andrew Tate's response.
There's not many people in the world I have a personal.
What the fuck?
Uh-oh.
Come on.
There's not many people in the world.
All right. Fuck me then. Here's what we'll do.
There's not many
Copy
people in the world I
video-
have a personal beef with.
Copy video URL. We'll go here so we can maximize the fucking.
There's not many people in the world I have a personal beef with.
There we
I've
go.
had some internet.
What a douche. Does he have a hookah?
That is definitely a hookah.
Oh my God.
I've
We
not seen one in years.
get it. You're different. Sip a chai tea and shut the fuck up.
Beefs back and forth. There's very few people I personally dislike. One of them is True Geordie. Anyone who's followed me long enough understands why. He's a very insulting, fat, vulgar. He's a
Come on.
He's fat.
He's insulting, and then he goes, he's fat, he's vulgar. It's like, this is why you have to allow True Geordie to say what he wants, and you have to let Andrew Tate say what he wants. Andrew Tate can't help himself. He's trying to play victim, and right away, he body shames the guy,
I don't see a problem here.
which should be allowed. And the blow yourself up comment totally should be allowed. God, we are such fucking pussies. It prevents us from having a lot of fun.
We're all sensitive, I'm telling you.
We should all shut up and sit back and watch these guys and see how bad this gets. Instead, now we got to slap True Geordie on the wrist for a guy that they said is the devil. All he did was slap the devil.
Yeah, I don't like that there's people out here moderating and being refs on somebody else's fight.
Dude, Ethan Klein stood up for Andrew Tate today. Ethan Klein bagged on this motherfucker endlessly. Shit on him endlessly. And now he's standing up for him because they're all afraid to not say the right thing because now religion's involved. I'm
Yep.
sorry, but joining a new religion doesn't make you no longer a piece of shit.
Okay, but if you are Ethan Klein, you're probably sticking up for your religion.
I mean, Ethan Klein is so afraid of being seen as like a guy who's tolerating religious intolerance that we've got a Jewish guy standing up for a converted Muslim. I mean, it's pretty wild to me. And again, we just watched the True Geordie clip. It wasn't that bad.
No, it was funny. It was stupid.
dickhead. He's an unlikable person. He's not very smart. He's stupid. He has his little girlfriend who sits next to him. And they did a video about me long ago where they were insulting a bunch of women who worked for me, calling them horrible names. He made full-grown women cry. I replied and said,
Oh, yeah, that's something Andrew Tate really has a big problem with.
I thought you were fine with the women crying thing.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time like buying this out. You know what this is? This is wrestling heel outrage.
Yeah, something's not right here.
Yeah, this is like the ref caught the baby face frustratedly pulling the heel's hair, and the heel goes, "Oh, ref, oh, can you believe he did that?" And then while the ref's warning him, the other guy loads his hands with brass knuckles and then hits the baby face.
Right.
that's a horrible thing to do and he should apologize. He refused to apologize because he was full of hate. Turns out the man was full of hate because he ended up begging for dildos off of a woman. The screenshots were leaked of him begging for dildos, begging to suck on them, begging to be cheated on because he likes to be dominated by females. He sits.
Is this real? Or is this an allegation?
Well, it's an interesting allegation. That's for sure.
Are we looking this up?
I would love to look that up.
Okay.
That's very interesting. He wants dildos and he wants to be cucked.
Yep. Cheat on me, bitch.
Cheat on me, you dirty whore.
There, fat. That's why he eats so much, to try and pretend he's bigger than he is. He sits there fat, trying to convince the world it's muscle and that he's a tough guy. But truthfully, he begs to be dominated by females. So this person is genuinely a piece of...
I love how... This is what I love about Andrew Tate. He's offended. He's hurt that Andrew Geordie, or that True Geordie, would be such a nasty guy, and then goes, he's fat, he's stupid, he likes to be dominated, he sucks on dildos. He's like, Andrew, you're kind of losing the victimhood ground here.
Yeah, but once you're the first victim, though, I think you get to do this.
This is why I don't like the outrage and the cancellation. Andrew is perfectly capable of standing up for himself. True Geordie is perfectly capable of standing up for himself. There's no problem here. Society, get out of the way and enjoy the show.
To shit. And now, after me converting to Islam, he made a piece on one of his podcasts saying that I'm not true in my conversion, and then insulted all Muslims. Then the Muslims blow themselves up, and that I should go blow myself up. We should all blow ourselves up, making fucking racist comments about an entire religion.
And I was so mad that I went and built a bomb in my basement, but I thought I dismantled it and said I'm better than that.
That's somehow funny. Let me tell you something, my friend. And if True Geordie, if you're watching this is a message directly to you.
Wouldn't it be funny if Andrew Tate goes, that's an offensive stereotype about Muslims. And now listen up, True Geordie. I'm going to blow you up at your house. It's like, whoa, come on.
Sam hides it.
Yeah, he just goes, now listen.
I'm coming to kill you in Los Angeles at your house.
Or in the ring.
No, in real life.
That's him.
But by the way, if True Geordie really does suck on dildos and ask to be dominated by women.
And I got news for you. That means you're gay.
It's true.
There are certain times in life you need to know when to shut the fuck up. There are certain things.
This is the guy you should learn that lesson.
I just can't take this guy seriously.
I love it. This is great. This is why, you take away like Gymshark and some other company now has dropped True Geordie. And I can only imagine what he gets for a sponsorship. And all that guarantees is that he's going to be done now. We're not going to get to see the rest of this. I want to see the rest of this. You took this away from me when Andrew Tate was fine. No harm, no foul.
Right.
He came back over the top and called him a fat cuck. And now we would have gotten to see what Andrew Tate said back to him.
There are certain times in life you need to know when to shut the fuck up. There are certain things which are not funny. Certain things are not beyond reprisal. You don't sit and insult a man's religion. Just like you don't insult a man's entire company and the people who work for him. That's one thing. But to insult my religion and the religion of billions of people across the fucking planet, making ignorant jokes about fucking blowing ourselves up, thinking that it's going to go without consequence, you're going to learn very quickly, my friend. That was a mistake.
Now, that sounds like a failed threat. Okay, you're going to learn very quickly that that's a mistake. But at the same time, again, not questioning the guy or anything, but haven't you been a Muslim for like 15 minutes?
That's kind of what I thought. It's like, how deep are you into this?
How long do you have to be in a religion before you get to make it a we thing? I feel like he's that guy.
At least a while.
That guy just converted to veganism, and now he's talking about how great all of the vegan community is. It's like, dude, I feel like, you should almost have to get jumped in or something before we know that
initiated?
Yeah. I don't know. Triple N says that number should be 6 months. Well, now we get to the best part / the most cringe part. Let's see if the chat knows. Chat, during these controversies, when one guy starts getting piled on and he's a podcaster and he starts losing his sponsors, what comes next? Let's see if the chat knows what comes next, because that's what we're going to play next. True Geordie is catching shit for being an Islamophobe in his fight. I bet you when he made that video, he's like, there's no way the internet will stand up for that piece of shit. I'll be fine.
Not even close.
Ooh, that had to come out of nowhere. Yep, there you go. A couple people in the chat already. Apology. Yep, here we go.
Good apology.
Not only apology, but April, what's he going to do? Somebody says you put a hot blonde on. No, that's not what you do when you get in trouble. That's a coincidence. April, what kind of apology are we going to get? What's he going to do in this apology?
That man's going to cry. He's going to blubber.
Is there anything worse than watching a chubby guy cry?
This guy's the biggest. I'm uncomfortable already.
Here we go. I may have to take it off Deserto, though, because they suck when you maximize these. Here we go. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry, guys. I was 10 minutes into this. Here we go.
And it's caused a reaction, upset. People are not happy with it. So me and Lars want to come on here, talk about it amongst ourselves. We were on the stream at the time that the joke was said by me.
So this guy's looking at Geordie going, I fucking told you, bro.
He's like, I tried to stop it.
I don't mean to say I told us so, but I fucking told us so.
Wasn't Lawrence's joke, was my joke. Just
Nice
to be
table, bro.
I do like that table.
It's a nice ass table.
I actually like that whole building.
Is it going to fit in your new, smaller house?
It looks so nice and old. I love that.
absolutely clear. Just to sort of give context for it,
I was talking to a wanker Muslim and I wanted him to get punched in the face.
an old friend of mine, we'll call him Mr. Potato Head for the sake of this podcast, because I know you'd be desperate for me to say his name.
Wow, this doesn't really sound like a good start to your apology.
Why can't we just say his name? We know what's happening.
I know, I hate that's so dumb.
Like everybody in the room knows.
Right.
You can say the thing now.
People, well, here's the thing, and we're going to see this in the Zumot clip when he talks about us. People get so nervous about how they're supposed to play the game. Do I say the name? Do I not say the name? Who gives a shit?
That is kind of an argument. Oh, if I say their name, I'm giving them credit.
If you think your product is better than theirs, scream it from the mountaintops.
Mm-hmm.
You know, at board meetings at McDonald's, they'll say Burger King and Wendy's all day long. They don't give a shit.
If I ever have a problem with somebody, I don't feel like I can't say their name.
Yeah.
That sounds trivial, but it's not.
It's just the way he is. He recently claimed to have joined Islam. Now, given some of his previous statements that absolutely contradict what a lot of Islam is about,
I don't know. The stuff on women is pretty solid.
Solid as a rock, sir.
I definitely didn't believe a lot of what I was hearing from the internet. I made a joke in questioning that newfound faith of his that conveniently comes at a time when he needs as many supporters as he can get. It was a stupid joke.
This is not sounding like an apology, True Geordie.
Not even close. Kind of sounds like he's just going in on him a little bit.
Yeah.
Look, as much as I don't want to repeat the joke, I think it's only right so that people have context who don't understand. I said if he really wants to prove he's a Muslim, he should blow himself up as a suicide bomber or something like that.
In fairness to his joke, as a guy who's been doing stand-up for years, structurally, the joke works.
I liked it.
It has the structure of a joke. The architecture is solid. The foundation you're building it on, i.e. our pussy-ass society, it's going to sink.
It's not sturdy.
It's not going to work.
Now, when I say that out loud, when I'm aware of it, fucking horrendous. You know, it was one of those off-the-cuff remarks that I made with a total lack of thought, and I used an unrealistic stereotype to take aim at someone who seriously dislikes me.
I take issue. I would eliminate some words in there and just say stereotype.
That's enough?
Yeah.
Think? Okay.
The other part, I mean, don't make people gather evidence. That's
the
all
thing.
I'm saying.
Like, don't give away the whole farm.
Obviously, I don't believe that's what Muslims actually do, and I don't actually want Mr. Potato Head to die, as much as I don't really like him.
Well, I hope not. He was Cliff Clavin in Cheers. I mean, he did a lot of great... oh, no, that's the pig.
That is the pig.
Fuck. Who was... no, Don Rickles was Mr. Potato Head.
Oh, damn you.
As great as Billy Sherbert in Casino.
It was a very stupid thing to say. It was an idiotic joke, one I'm sorry for, you know. You know, I don't believe any religious stereotype, just to be clear. Whether
You don't? I was raised Catholic. Too many priests were fucking kids. There.
I can't say anything about mine.
Lutherans, you guys are boring and you
We're
don't really
fucking
believe in
boring.
God. I mean, that's
We like
it.
hot dishes and coffee hour.
You guys like hot dishes and skimping out on the faith when it's inconvenient. That's what you guys like. Although the Catholic, one thing the Protestants did have right, having a pope is kind of fucked up.
Oh, I don't like that idea.
You're not supposed to have like...
I never did.
God doesn't need a senator.
No, if he needs somebody to do the talking, he sends said person, right?
And then the praying to the saints, that's kind of horseshit too.
be all priests are pedos or all Jewish people run the world and are rich. Like,
all right, Geordie, shut the fuck up. We don't need the This is not a good time to be going through what the stereotypes are.
Oh, he's not helping himself.
Oh, Geordie, this is a bad apology. Oh, he's a piece of shit, Mr. Potato Head. I do wish he was dead. I just wish I would have picked a different way to say it. I mean, it's a stereotype, like priests are pedos and Jews run the world. All right, now tune in the next 2 weeks when it's the apologies back-to-back, apologizing to the Catholics and then the Jews.
The Jews, yeah.
Well, let's be real. I'm going to do the Jews first because it's a matter of immediacy.
They're all as ridiculous as each other to me. And that was partly why I felt comfortable in that moment in saying something so ridiculous, because I never thought for 1 second that anyone would take offense to something so silly.
Right.
You know, at the time, I'm sat next to a guy.
Have you lived in the world for the last, 20 years? You didn't think people would look at you and try to find a reason to have outrage?
I'm going to guess that he's lived in a very, close bubble where everyone around him's just kind of okay with what he says.
Or he's just a big, dumb jock. That could be it. What do you think about this kind of light above us?
They've got a very different situation than we do.
Okie dokie. I don't like how dark they are anyway.
They have a lot of
Who has a
windows.
Muslim family who knows how much love I have for everyone. Like, you know, I'm not a prejudiced guy or whatever you want to
here
call
we
me.
go.
Is that
I have
right?
Muslim friends.
Prejudice is definitely
But now after feeling out the backlash and what people are saying, and I'm talking about the genuinely upset people. I know some people will just use anything to try and take you down, and I get.
I'm sorry, that's most people. I don't have as much decency as True Geordie is, and I'm not losing Gymshark. I can say most people are just bored and they're looking for something to be outraged about. I saw iDubbbz's girlfriend. I can't remember her fucking name. Anissa? Anissa. She was going off on Twitter about the Casey Anthony documentary. Did you see they're making one?
I did not.
Peacock's making a Casey Anthony documentary where they interview her. They talk to her.
Okay,
she talks about the whole thing.
Legit.
And she was like, this is bullshit. They shouldn't be giving her any time and this and that and blah, blah, blah. People should boycott it and not watch it. I'm like, I guarantee this bitch. I retweeted it and I said, this is going to be hilarious. Women saying that we shouldn't be doing this while they were balls deep in Dahmer a month ago. So
anything on Ted Bundy?
Yeah, stop it with the case. It's because it's a woman and they hate her. And it's okay to hate Casey Anthony, but it's a women hating women thing.
I think you just hate the person because they killed people.
And then another woman responded to hers, and I had to respond to it because it was so stupid. She goes, yeah, they'll give Casey all this time, but there's no time for Kaylee. And I'm like, Kaylee can't talk right now. Kaylee is not capable of speaking on her behalf.
Why are these people so out of touch?
Why doesn't Kaylee get an episode? Because we aren't really sure what kind of person she was. She was kind of new. We don't know. She could have grew up to be an anti-. No,
I've given them a golden opportunity. But I understand, some people have had that thrown in their face a lot. And for me, as much as it's ridiculous and it's something that I don't believe, I understand that for them, some people have had years of that being said to them, you know, and I really wasn't thinking about that in that moment.
You know what? I figured it out. These fucking podcasters, if you're going to do an apology, minute and a half. Otherwise, you're just hanging yourself and you look like an idiot.
I think you should have notes in front of you too, and I think you stick to those notes. I think you run those notes by somebody else, like your producer here, because he clearly tried to stop this from happening.
Ready? One take. I'm going to do the True Geordie apology. And it's not going to be, if you talk for 23 minutes, you're just going to ramble on and you're going to say some more shit. Like he's already said, oh, there's other stereotypes, like the Jews run the world. It's like, not the time, Kyrie. But here's how the apology should go. April, give me an action when you're ready.
And action.
Hello. I said something the other day about Andrew Tate and his faith that was very insensitive. It implied that Muslims engaged in violent acts because of their faith. It was a joke at the time, but I understand the amount of people it hurt, that it was the wrong statement to make. I will be more sensitive in my comments in the future, and any problems I have with individuals, I will deal with them as individuals and not bring other groups into these interpersonal conflicts. I'm very sorry, and from now on, our podcast will be about having a good time, and anytime we have problems with individuals, we will make it about those individuals and not race, religion, or any other issue. For anyone I've deeply offended, I apologize to you. Goodbye.
See, bravo.
There, done. There's your apology. You're finished.
Very good.
Did I mean a word of it? Nope.
No.
But does it sound like I did?
Yep.
Sure. You go on for 23 minutes. First of all, you're just jerking your dick and making content out of it. You can monetize the video. You can get all kinds of shit for it. And also, you're going to say shit that's going to make people go, oh, he doesn't mean it.
But as another podcaster, you wouldn't milk this for everything you could?
I wouldn't apologize.
I know you wouldn't. If you're in his shoes, though.
I would do a 23-minute segment on it, yes. But it wouldn't be called I'm Sorry. He titled his I'm Sorry. It would be called Talking About the Controversy.
Aaron's would be sorry, not sorry.
Yeah. I would actually play the Demi Lovato song at the beginning.
And then he'd fuck her.
So yeah, all I can say is sorry.
When I was sitting there, I guess
That's a perfect place to cut.
Yes, you cut that off right now.
He's got 20 minutes left to go.
I kind of feel bad for this little guy. I don't know who he is, but he really tries. He tried to save Geordie.
He did.
when I watched it back, I was like, oh, maybe I should have said something there, even just as a friend, just to be like, oh, you can't say that. But
the problem for you is you know me so well.
Bro, if I flagged everything you said every live stream, we wouldn't get a live stream done. No, but you get what I mean.
Yeah,
right?
you know. And
all right, let's fast forward a little bit because they're going to jack each other off now about the apology. Let's fast forward about 3 minutes because, again, this is a 23-minute deal. This gets really pathetic.
I'd have I was questioning myself for a minute. I was like, should I have sat on a stream next to you and gone, what? Like, and you know what it's like when you're in the flow of a stream. Should I have sat next to you and gone, whoa, Brian, what are you saying? Like, I felt like I'd...
Can I say this? It wouldn't have helped.
Not at all.
It wouldn't have helped. Once those words came out of his mouth, the way the mob works, they were coming after him no matter what.
In some extent, I felt like I'd let you down, but I'd also felt like I'd let my own family down because of the...
I mean, your babies are Muslim, bro.
But that's what I'm saying
but for me...
Your babies are Muslim, and that guy's not offended. He's not sitting here saying Geordie's a piece of shit.
He's all right.
Knowing that is like...
Cry, baby. Cry,
when,
baby.
When Lawrence's son was born...
Oh, boy. Here we go.
Oh, God, this is uncomfortable.
It meant a lot, you know, to me.
I want to drown in cum.
And to think that anyone would think that, that's like a thing that's in me. When I have so much like love for your family.
Just say you're gay.
It was just such a stupid moment, you know, and
You can act like a man. What's the matter with you?
and that's when I thought about people like Gib, you know, like people who I do rate and respect, who would think and see that and think, what is he?
We go home soon. We go suck their dicks off. We go home soon. We go suck their dicks off.
It's just not who I am, you know, and I realised that, you know, I'm a cocky guy and I say a lot of silly jokes, and I love myself to a degree, and I get lost in that sometimes.
And sometimes you enjoy upsetting people.
No, I absolutely do, and I'm not disputing that, you know. Like, and unfortunately, classing yourself as somewhat a semi-comedian who wants to make people laugh, I accept that every single video that goes out, I'm going to piss some people off.
What a bitch.
But often my feeling is, but they need to grow the fuck up and realize that this is a joke.
Whoa!
The problem is when you touch on something that is so sensitive and that you don't, in that moment, process it in that way, and you're like, this is ridiculous. No one's actually going to take me seriously.
I want you to fire me. You fucking Mark!
Hey, I am truly, truly, deeply sorry to anyone who seen that, Muslim or not, and thought that this guy has hate for anyone out there, because I just don't. Honestly, you know, some people who know me, close to me, may one day come out and say Brian is a dickhead.
Shame on you!
I'd be stunned if anyone said I was a prejudiced person who had anything against any skin color, any sexuality, any religion.
You hate Mexicans?
Because honestly, I don't give a fuck what anyone is. I really don't.
Are you a racist? And, do you hate Mexicans?
I'm not going to go down the road of I've got black friends or anything like that.
Oh my God.
It's just everything about me is
jerk off my nuts.
I embrace
nipples.
difference, generally speaking, and despite me being ignorant, you know.
Do you personally dislike homosexuals?
I don't know what else to say.
Of course, I think being able to have an honest conversation on your own podcast about it is...
I just don't want to run away from anything, ever.
I get that.
And I think when I look at other people who've done that, it just makes you look guilty, you know, and I'm not Mexican guilty of any of the true thoughts and feelings that it makes you look guilty, and I'm not someone who is guilty of feeling that way.
Oh my God.
I just make stupid jokes sometimes.
He's just going
Shut up, cunt.
I've got to be better. I'm a grown-ass man now, and I will be better.
Shut up, cunt.
But yeah,
I can appreciate that.
it's I'm still learning, mate. I'm still fucking learning, you know, just when I think I've got the...
Who gives a shit?
When you think you have everything figured out, or to a degree, you feel like you've got a good beat on things.
You want to see me
And it's so funny because in that Tyson Fury interview, I literally say at the start, you're all saying I'm a hero now, but next week you'll be all calling me a twat. And literally right on cue, here we are. But
that's the way life is.
It
like,
really
that's
is,
pride before a fall sort of
mate,
thing.
it's so fucking... But even then I knew it, and I still fucking made that mistake. Yeah.
Live streams. Just live streams, man. Just live streams.
Look, I just want to say again, I am sorry to your family.
Hey, I appreciate what you said, and it means a lot to me.
Oh my god, this is so awkward.
Keep fucking that chicken.
That really upsets me, like, honestly.
Oh, he's crying now.
Fuck.
Gay.
I feel
fucking shit.
How are we falling into a stereotype of two podcasters who cry when they say sorry for things?
White guys, man.
It is genuinely that. God, just check your privilege for a second. It's
blah 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 blah
I get what
blah
you're saying,
blah.
and I appreciate that, and I think a lot of people will also appreciate the same. And you know what? Maybe it might take a bit of time for some people to appreciate that as well, or come around to hearing it. But
sometimes you just need to fuck up to remind yourself, come on.
Have you been a good little Nazi?
What you're saying and who's listening and how you might upset people. I always want to make jokes, but I never want to make jokes that are going to turn that many people to feel that way about me.
Damage a relationship.
Yeah. I
appreciate. I think you appreciate. There's been people that have reached out to you and have said, "Hey, I had a problem with this," and I appreciate it.
Oh yeah, we've had lots of messages, and I think those genuine ones, those genuine people who are trying to keep us on the straight and narrow.
I don't care.
That is part of the, in my opinion, one of the most important things is to admit your flaws to yourself and to face them head on and to go, this is me, you know, and I need to then look at what I need to do to improve those.
Everybody booing the shit out of me, boy. Worked his ass off.
And when I talk about living with regrets, that to me is a big thing where I often just sit and that is one of the worst things about my personality, probably, is dwelling on the fuck.
When did you turn into a nut bar?
You really are stupid, aren't you?
It's important to learn to do that, I think, and to figure out who you are.
I'm sick of all these witches and warlocks and pumpkin possums and
who you want to be with, you know, and how to be a better man for that person. Like, take dating, for example, you know? Like, I think when I was young, when I would be on a date with a girl, I'd just be like...
Oh, okay. So I didn't catch most of that. I just saw him crying and then whinging and then continuing to complain. And
I think that's the only way we can get through that.
Yeah, that's the only way we were going to play any of that apology.
I actually didn't hear any of it.
Hold on. One more.
Let me say whatever the fuck I've got to say to get you into bed.
Oh my God, he's like a
Are you
black
showing
woman in a
aspects of your own
Wawa.
personality that are appealing, maybe?
I'm not being authentic, right?
Okay.
There'll be times where I am being authentic, but when it's time to not be authentic, I'll do what it takes.
You do whatever to have sex with
Animal Planet?
the pretty girl.
a pretty person.
Okay.
All right.
I'm popping my ribs over here.
Oh, so that's there's the True Geordie Andrew Tate controversy. Again, True Geordie lost his sponsorships now. He's getting all kinds of shit about it, and
And now my cheeks hurt.
That apology was dog shit.
Just gross.
That
really.
was really bad. I mean,
you're right. It needed to be concise, and it wasn't.
Right, and then they're rambling on about the other guy's Muslim kids, and then he starts crying.
It just meant so much to me when your kid was born.
Andrew Tate has jacked off to that video 15 times.
I hope so.
Andrew Tate is honestly.
I want to drown in cum.
That's Andrew Tate watching that apology. He won.
He came all over his hookah.
He won. All he had to do, I was masturbating in my Bugatti. All he had to do was shut the fuck up. Andrew Tate didn't have to do anything to win this thing. It's the easiest W ever.